If Tuberose perfumes are your cup of tea, please keep on watching, and if not, maybe you want to watch anyway. Hi guys, how are you? Hope you are doing fine and that you are safe. Today let's talk about Tuberose perfumes. Why? Because I started to count them, the ones from my collection, a few days back, and I decided I have a lot of Tuberose scents, and a few years back I kind of declared that I am not a Tuberose lover, at least not in perfumery. I quite love the flowers, and now is the right season to have these beautiful flowers in our homes. They smell great, and to me at least they are much less headache inducing than lilies, for example. And yes, this says something because white florals, they are kind of heavy, right? But let's just talk about perfumes. Let's talk about the perfumes that have Tuberose as a center note from my collection. Recently I purchased another Tuberose scent, so yes, this is why I decided to do this video. I actually posted on a Facebook group where I'm quite active, dare I say, my small collection of Tuberose perfumes, and kind of, did a challenge. Come on, let us show our Tuberose scents. And I received positive feedback, a lot of people that love Tuberose scents. Some of them are collecting Tuberose fragrances, others just have a few, that have this beautiful flower as a note. But also a lot of negative answers. I mean, a lot of people that say, Tuberose for me is like, no. I understand them, it is a free country, please say whatever you mean, but decided to do this video. And please let me know what are your opinions about Tuberose scents. Do you love them? Do you hate them? Why do you hate them, if you hate them? Yes, please let me know. Let's just start, because it's going to be a long video and some of you might get bored, with my long videos, unfortunately. Let's start with the classic, the queen, the one that started this trend. This is no other than Poison, the Eau de Toilette from the 80s, I think 85, Dior Poison. This is an incense, tuberose, plum, some woods, bomb to my nose. It is dark. It is, I don't know how to say it. It turns a little bit screechy on my skin, and maybe this is why I don't find the right occasion to wear the scent. However, it is iconic. I'm appreciating it, but rather from a distance, I do wear it sometimes on Halloween and some other nights like that. Not on Halloween, but you understand the vibe, of this perfume when you are feeling a little bit, when you are watching like a horror movie and or reading a mystery novel. This is the right perfume. It is not as long-lasting as I understand it used to be. It is quite loud, at least for 3-4 hours on my skin. After a while it turns syrupy and a little bit, that bubblegummy tuberose on me. And at that point I think I find it a little bit disappointing, because I'm expecting a very dark gothic ride for the entire duration of the scent, and on my skin after a couple of hours, actually after 3 hours or more, it becomes a little bit, not childish, but a little too bubblegummy. That's just my skin, maybe, and this is, yes, the current formulation. I don't know about the vintage. I think it is much better, but that's it. Another vintage from the 80s, and one that for me is a love. If I admire Poison from a distance, this one I actually wear. And this is Loulou from Cacharel. This is lovely. This is powdery, it has vanilla in it. Tuberose. So I was almost inclined to not include this one because I have seen two different list of notes. One on Fragrantica that doesn't include tuberose in it, and one on base notes. On Fragrantica it has the tiare flower, and on the other website it has the tuberose. To me, it has tuberose. I mean, to my nose it has tuberose, but tuberose is not the main star in this. And actually, this was the signature scent in her 20s of a friend of mine that doesn't like that much tuberose scents. Actually, she kind of dislikes them. And as she said, this is more than just a tuberose scent. It has a lot more going on. You have cinnamon, spices, vanilla, and then you have that tuberose plum incense that you have in Poison, you know. So they are, I would say, cousins, but not quite so. So that is more dark, woody, but it turns bubblegummy sweet after a while on me. This one is very powdery, and the powderiness, to me, it is like timeless. This is a very nice, you know, perfume that I can wear on a daily basis in winter. Doesn't smell that vintage to my nose. A beautiful classic, Loulou. It stays a long time on my skin and it projects quite well. 6 hours at least on my skin, Loulou. Very affordable. If you haven't tried it yet and you are a collector, you should try it at least once. Don't blind buy it, but it is rather affordable. Loulou. If you want a nighttime tuberose, but a modern take on the nighttime tuberose, this is Ralph Lauren Woman Intense. Yes, love this bottle. This is vanilla, so this is fruity in the beginning. It has blackcurrant. I usually don't like blackcurrant. I like it very much in this. It has rhubarb, if I'm not mistaken. It has so it is a fruity tuberose with sandalwood in the base, vanilla, and it has a beautiful creaminess to it. So to me, this is not really dark and mysterious, but it is a little bit sexy, you know, and like nighttime appropriate. It has a gorgeous creaminess, and it takes my mind a little bit to the vintage Pure Poison, the one with the white cap that I really love, and it used to be my signature scent. Not because they are exactly, you know, the same. They are not the same, but the creaminess in this. So creamy white floral. If you love Pure Poison, the old formulation, this might be a very interesting choice for you. The Ralph Lauren one has medium projection and longevity on my skin. I have seen on Fragrantica that the votes are for very good longevity. Not on my skin, for 5 hours maximum. So that was like, you know, your nighttime tuberose scents as a category, and now we have another category, and this one is like tuberose as part of a big opulent flower bouquet. This is Amarige from Givenchy, again a classic. Let's not call this vintage perfumes, let's call them classics. This is from the 90s. It has a lot more going on than just tuberose, but tuberose, yes, is the star. Why not? Why not saying it? Beautiful ripe peach. The peach is a little bit too much even to my nose, even if I like peach in perfumes, because it has that like overripe feeling, almost rotten a little bit, but just in the beginning, you know, a few minutes. And after a while it settles into this beautiful, creamy, opulent bouquet of flowers. Gorgeous. And you know, Amarige comes from mariage, anagram for mariage, meaning marriage in French. It could be a great bridal scent, you know, perfume for a bride. It has still good longevity and projection on me. Not as good as it used to have, but still very good compared to other releases these days. Another bridal scent, a fruity floral, a big bouquet of flowers, Honor from Amouage. These two I have mentioned in a lot of my videos. This is, I'm not going to spray it because I don't have that much left in the bottle and I'm treasuring it. But I smell the rhubarb. It has a tartness that is very appealing. I'm not so fond of tart perfumes, but this has just the right amount, of tartness combined with the white florals, very creamy in the base, not as creamy as the original Pure Poison or even Ralph Lauren Woman Intense. Because it has also some incense in the base, so you have some spiciness, depth in the base that makes this an Amouage, and the longevity is great on my skin, at least 7 hours. Okay, it depends a little bit on the weather, on my mood. It appears that perfume's longevity are related also to my mood. But anyway, good performance, this one. A beautiful bridal choice, but not just for brides. Another category would be, to my nose, to me, the one of garden tuberoses. The ones that smell very fresh and airy, and they are summertime appropriate. Let's start with, I wanted to start with the other one, but anyway, let's start with Gucci Bloom Eau de Parfum, the original. This smells like a beautiful, fresh garden tuberose. It has that airy property to it, that it is not cloying, it's just airy around you, summer appropriate. It stays a long time on my skin, this one, and it projects a lot in the first 3-4 hours. Once it almost gave me a headache, this one, so you have to be into white flowers and tuberose to wear it, because it is almost only tuberose. So it is a scent about tuberose. You have to love tuberose to love this one. My most recent acquisition with tuberose in it is Elie Saab Essence No. 9 Tuberose. This was a blind buy from a Facebook group, and what can I say? I like it a lot, and it is very original. It is cinnamon. It is a cinnamony, citrusy tuberose affair. It has spiciness, but it is fresh, very appropriate for summer wear. But the cinnamon in this, at least for the first 5-10 minutes, smells a little bit like the cumin in Fleur d'Oranger by Serge Lutens. And that one I ended up decluttering it because the cumin was too much for me. The spiciness in the beginning, I really liked the dry down, but that type of spiciness, almost incensey, it lasted for a long time. I mean, more than half an hour, and I was not enjoying it as I should have, so I ended up selling that one. But this is more wearable in my humble opinion, because the cinnamon is more soft to my nose than the cumin note in Fleur d'Oranger, and it doesn't last as long. And maybe I find it, at least on my skin, I find this perfume more wearable. Let's just say that. It lasts for a good amount of time, but I must admit I haven't tested it yet as I should have, because it is a recent acquisition. So Elie Saab Essence No. 9 Tuberose. Now let's talk about our Gourmand Tuberose scents. I really wanted to love Tuberose from Amouage. Amouage is my favorite perfume house, I think, at the moment. But it was not for me. I think I'm an announcement to something in it, because it doesn't smell as the notes say, so I don't want to get there. I have a small decant. I participated to a split on my Facebook group to get a small decant and to experience the scent, at home, but it didn't work for me. Maybe for the better, because let's face it, Amouage are kind of expensive. But I have a little collection, actually 2 perfumes of Gourmand Tuberose scents. One is Café Tuberosa from Atelier Cologne. This is a very nice coffee scent. So to my nose it smells mainly of coffee. It has some spiciness. It has cardamom, if I'm not mistaken. Cardamom is a note that I really like in perfumes, and actually I have a very recent gift. Actually, it was not my purchase, it was a gift, because my birthday is coming and I might do a birthday video haul, and I'm going to talk about that scent that has cardamom in it, in that haul. So it has cardamom, coffee, tuberose and other notes, but to my nose it smells mainly of spiced coffee, some flowers in the background. A beautiful coffee perfume. I must admit I haven't worn it because it is very hot outside, and this one shines better, in my humble opinion, in fall and winter. So I will come back to this scent when the weather turns much cooler. Café Tuberosa by Atelier Cologne. Now one that unfortunately is discontinued. I have worked for it because actually I bought it and did a split. I couldn't justify the price of a full bottle right now in my collection, but I really wanted it because it is discontinued, and I just appeared on a not local, I think a regional website. If you are in Eastern Europe, you might know Brasti. I'm going to put the name on screen, and maybe you can, if you want to buy this perfume, you can still find it. Tuberose Castane. Sorry for the bottle, this is like, yes, Tuberose Castane from Maison Lancome. This is a great tuberose with chestnuts. The chestnuts are roasted. So here you have Tuberose Absolue, Tuberose Distillat, so two types of extracting tuberose essence, and Châtaigne torréfié, so roasted chestnuts. This is what I get from it, but also some whipped cream. I mean, it is very creamy, maybe like chestnut butter, combined with the tuberose. This is a little bit screechy in the beginning, but as it settles on my skin, it smells super, super yummy. So it smells delicious on me, and I think in winter time it's going to be even more delicious. I mean, chestnuts in winter time, when the Christmas is coming, why not? It's going to be quite lovely. Very happy to have it in my collection. Why not? It is a great take on the tuberose, on a Gourmand tuberose. Very good longevity and projection. And actually, this line, especially the old bottles, the first editions were all very good regarding performance, at least on my skin. And the last category, tuberose for non-tuberose lovers. So my husband doesn't like that much the note of tuberose. I also have a friend, Anka, hi Anka, that doesn't like that much tuberose. But she was wearing Loulou in her 20s. So Loulou is also a tuberose for non-tuberose lovers, dare I say. And I have other 3 choices for them. My last 3 tuberose scents from my collection. First one is Twilly d'Hermès from Hermès, the original Eau de Parfum. This is a gorgeous combination of ginger and tuberose. Of course, other notes, but what I get mainly is the ginger. The ginger is gorgeous. You have that tuberose, you have definitely some creaminess and woods in the base. Very refreshing, and I love it in summertime. I'm not so fond of it in winter. It turns a little bit screech on me. I think the ginger note, it is a little bit sharp, but in heat it blooms perfectly and it becomes very creamy and refreshing. It stays a long time on my skin, even in high heat. I mean, a good amount of time on my skin. It doesn't disappoint me. Beautiful, and dare I say, very original. This one, Twilly d'Hermès. Another one that has tuberose as a note, but it is it has a lot of notes, and again, it is not a perfume just about tuberose. It is Narciso Rouge. Okay, from Narciso Rodriguez. This one, lovely. This one has a very powderiness. It has a makeup-y, you know, feel to it. It smells like very expensive high-end makeup, and I enjoy the scent a lot. I also have lipstick rose and I love it, but this one smells more like eyeshadow, you know, not so much as lipstick, but also maybe a little bit of lipstick. It is not that waxy, you know, as lipstick rose. It doesn't have that, you know, creaminess to pronounce, that waxiness. This one is more powdery. Anyway, beautiful. And somewhere in that musk, rose and other notes, you have a little bit of tuberose that gives it a touch of fruitiness and a little bit of bubble gummy, you know, effect, but just a little bit, just enough to make it very seductive, this one. It doesn't have great longevity. It has good projection, but not that great. It has, okay, a moderate performance on my skin, this one. And the last one, but not least, because actually I took this one from my tray of Easy Reach perfumes for this hot weather, hot days. And this one is Datura Noir from Serge Lutens. This is a very tropical, beautiful take on Tuberose. And again, this is a tuberose for non-tuberose lovers. My friend that doesn't like tuberose scents really loved this. She said it smells like a beautiful morning, you know, in the summertime. To me, it smells like drinking a cocktail, a refreshing cocktail. Dare I say pina colada? I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Near a pool, you know, and on a very exotic vacation. I'm not planning to go on an exotic vacation this summer, but you know, if I want to dream of one, I'm using this, and it really transports me there in my mind. Doesn't last that long, it doesn't project that much, but it is very refreshing and beautiful. To me, it is more like a fruity floral gourmand. It has almonds, coconut, it is creamy on the skin, and I can feel the tuberose, but again, I think it is so well blended that tuberose is not the star in this. It is more a coconutty affair. Love this one, and not just for summer, but especially during summertime. This was my last tuberose scent, at least for now. Of course, I want to have at a certain point Carnal Flower in my collection. I'm not such a big fan of Fracas. Unfortunately, it doesn't work for me. But Carnal Flower, yes, I have a very, very small decant, and I'm using it sometimes when I'm really in the mood, because to me that is more like it is a difficult scent. I have to be in the mood for it, but I appreciate it a lot. I can't justify for now the price of a full bottle, but who knows? Maybe a very small bottle is going to pop up on one of my Facebook groups, and I will decide, you know, to buy it. How about you? About your tuberose perfumes that you have in your collection? Please let me know in the comments area. And if you dislike this note in perfumes, please let me know why. What was the experience that triggered that dislike. Okay, so if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, but don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and to hit the notification bell. I understand this is very important to, you know, receive notifications every time I post a new video. Stay safe. Bye bye.